So with this custom spell making system, you can actually do some really nice things for yourself. So for example, I built this little chart of things I would like to do. I would like to create a utility spell to fortify some things, or a buff bow spell, or a bow buff spell, a blade buff spell. I tried combining these, and my restoration level is just not high enough. And the duration is the real killer here. If I bring the duration of these fortify skill effects down to 2 seconds, which is all you really need, you could probably do with 1 second if you were really quick. Like you cast it and then you talk to the NPC, or you open up your inventory really quick, or you click your alchemy materials, the calcinator and stuff really quick. But 2 seconds for me is fine because my restoration skill is 50, and that's what fortify is. It's a restoration skill, all above board. Now the charm here is not, but that's such a low duration and it's such a cheap spell that it doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move this over to my other screen. So I'm looking at it. You can't see it, but I can see it. And I wanted to show you what I do when I do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create a buff restoration spell, because the actual cost of making these particular spells will be governed in part by my skill in restoration. So I want to show you what I mean here. I'm going to go ahead and just open this up and say I want to add a fortify skill spell, and I want it to be on me. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Fortify skill, there we go. Let's say it's just armorer and it's on me, and I want to do some crazy amount, right? So we're going to see here that it's 4,956 gold to make it for 120 seconds. Now this would be crazy, right? You'd never do this, but I just want to show you what the amount is. So remember that we're just under 5,000 gold here for armorer on self. So let's instead make a spell, which is fortify skill, and I'm going to choose restoration. And I'm just going to do, I think I have like 50 restoration, right? So I'm just going to add just a straight 50. I'm going to do it for 2 seconds because I'm going to cast it, then I'm going to access the spell making altar. And when you're inside this UI, all time stops. So that means all your buffs just stay hanging in limbo. They're on you and you're just good to go. So let's just add, let's call this restoration. Let's see. Fort Resto 50 plus 50. There we go. 50 for 2 seconds. Yes. All right. So I'm going to create that. And now I'm going to go to my Fort Resto. Now watch this not work because there's a weird glitch that I've noticed, and I don't know what causes, and I'll talk about it in a moment. Now if I go in here and I look at my restoration, okay, it worked. Okay, good. Oh, that's because I'm at 56. Now you'll notice that 56 plus 50 is not 102. And that's the error that I've run into. And if you look at my chart here, you can see I've added +5 to this fix error column. And I'll talk more about that in a second when I actually go to make these spells. Okay, so now that I have my restoration spell built, it's selected, I'm going to cast it, then I'm looking in the lower left corner, see that little guy where he has the little progress bar? Oh, dude, go away. See the progress bar under it? That's my 2 second window. As long as I access the altar of spellmaking before that expires, I'm good, right? It was sort of counting down. Now if I go fortify skill on self for 120 seconds at duration, notice it's no longer almost 5,000 gold. It's only 1,500 gold. So that's one little trick you can do to lower the cost of these custom spells that you're making is whatever category of spell you're adding, whether it's restoration or, if you're creating fire damage spells, you would want to buff your destruction to 100 right before you enter the altar. And that basically saves you a lot of gold when it comes to making these spells, because some of them can get pretty expensive, especially if the durations are longer. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to make a utility spell that fortifies these 4 skills. Why do I want to do that? Well, I want these to be at 100 because It improves the quality of your alchemy results. It lets you use one hammer forever, and it never breaks, right? And you get the best amount of, use out of it. Mercantile at 100 gets you the best prices at places. You can basically, move up your haggle a little bit higher than you would otherwise, given even if they love you to pieces. At 100 mercantile, you can bump that up even more and get better sell prices, better buy prices. Security at 100, if you're someone like me who hasn't really focused on it, at 100, you should be able to open hard locks and very hard locks with not breaking many things, right? Like, at least that in theory, that's my theory here, and I could be wrong, but maybe it's not, but I'm going to try it, okay? I'm going to try it. And so what I want is 100. These, I've looked at my charts, I've looked at my skill book, and these are what I have currently, right? For each of these skills. And then if I add in this +5 error fix, and my theory is that it's possibly due to the innate +5 built into the skill system. Like when you first create a character, before you pick your race, every skill you have is just 5, right? You have 5 in blade, 5 in alchemy, 5 in whatever. And my theory is that somehow gets counted against you with this. That's the only thing I can think of. I've looked online. I can't find any other possible rationale. Maybe someone knows if they watch this. They're like, oh yeah, because of this and this and this. Well, because of that, my calculation for the magnitude that I want over here is like this. Take 100, subtract 55, because I have that, and then add back in 5. So it's like adding, it's like saying 105 minus 55, right? But it's just easier to visualize the math this way. So what I need to add 50 to my alchemy skill to get to at least 100. I mean, it might bump me over 1 by 1, because some of these aren't exactly 5. They end up being 4 for some. I have no idea why. It's just driving me crazy in a way. So like the alchemy one, I think is actually 4, or maybe it's the armor, I forget. But when I add 5, this skill actually ends up being 101, or it's this one or this one. One of these or two of these end up being 101. It's just bizarre. Not that it matters, because 100 is the effective cap. You get no benefit by going over 100. That's why I'm not putting 105 over here, or 110 or 120 or something, because it doesn't matter. 100 is it. There's no benefit beyond that. So now that I have all this, I want a duration of 2, and I'm also going to add a charm spell, because what I'll do is, if I'm going to start crafting potions, I'll just cast this utility spell and then pop up my alchemy screen, right? Or if I'm going to repair some gear, I'll cast this spell and then open up my inventory, and then I'll go select a repair hammer. And that all takes place within that 2-second magic window where time stops. If I'm going to buy or sell something, I'll cast this spell while I'm aiming it at an NPC that I want to buy or sell from, because it's on target. And then that'll not only buff my mercantile, but it'll also target them and give them 50 extra disposition towards me. Sort of like a jack of all trades kind of a spell. So that's why I call it utility. So I'm going to go ahead and create that. I'm going to move this over to my other screen. And now I'm going to say fortify skill, alchemy. And I want this on me, so I have to click this a couple times. My magnitude, I'm looking at my screen on my little cheat sheet. It should be 50. And it should be 2 seconds. Now notice the cost of this is really low, because I artificially elevated my restoration skill all the way to 100. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and just name this. I like the way it looks with the vertical bar and the 2 spaces after it. So fortify skill, alchemy, self for 2 seconds. Good. All right. So I didn't need to name it yet, but I just wanted to get that out of the way. Okay, now I need to add another fortify skill. You can add more than one. This time it's going to be armorer, so the default first selection on self. I need this one to be 64 because my armorer is a little bit behind. This will bring it to 100 for 2 seconds. Whoops, armorer. There we go. Armorer. I don't know why it picks armorer first, but then in the screen it just like picks the wrong thing. So armorer, self, 64 for 2 seconds. Good. Now I have 2 things that will be buffed when I cast this spell. Let's keep adding. Let's go to fortify skill. I want this one to be mercantile. on self for 48, and that's 2 seconds of duration. All right. And then I want this last one to be security. Well, the last fortify skill one. I'm going to add a charm after this. Security on self. And I want this to be 59. I could go higher. It doesn't hurt, but it does consume more magicka. And there's a certain point where this spell will require the next tier of restoration to cast. So like right now I'm at restoration like 51. So I can cast journeyman restoration spells. If I bump this too high, it becomes an expert level skill and I can't cast it. It's the same thing if your restoration is really low. You might not be able to make a spell as powerful as the one I'm making because you're not yet a journeyman in restoration. So security, self, 59, 2 seconds. Okay, that's good. And now I want to add a charm. And this is going to be on target. And it's going to be just a raw 50. Just so I push them way beyond, you know, the point where they love me. And 50. And it also makes up for the fact that maybe I make a mistake and I haggle too, I get too greedy with my haggling. And so it actually internally decreases their disposition towards me. But they're well over 100, so that doesn't hurt me at all. Okay, so now let's check this out. So we have Fortify Alchemy on self, 50 for 2 seconds, right? Right there. So Fortify Armorer, 64 for 2 seconds. Fortify Mercantile, 48 for 2 seconds. If I scroll this up, Fortify Security, 59 for 2 seconds, and then Charm, 50 for 2 seconds. Now notice it only costs 60 gold to make this because my restoration is 100. So I'm going to say create it. Now let's go look at it and see how it looks. There's my utility spell. Bingo, bingo. And it only costs 56 magicka to cast. So I can cast this on people, and you'll see it in the lower left corner. There's multiple effects going, and they all last for 2 seconds. So like if I wanted to go in here and haggle with this guy, he has very expensive things. He's a novice, so I can probably push this up to maybe even 90. I don't know why this button isn't working. Maybe it's the dark UI doing it. I might be able to put him up to 90% because I've just boosted my mercantile and I've charmed him to put him, well, I guess the charm doesn't matter because he's already at 100, but like if I made a whole bunch of mistakes and his disposition dropped to 90, then that extra charm would just push him way past 100 anyway. But I'm not going to worry about buying this, but let's look at our numbers here real quick. So I'm going to cast it. I'm going to go in here and see what we have. We have Armor of 100. All right, keep that in mind. We have Alchemy of 101. See how it's weird? It's not exactly 5, it's 4 on this one. Weird. If I come down here, it's Mercantile is again. It's an extra 1, doesn't matter. 100 is the cap. Security of 100. So I've effectively boosted all these to 100. So what about this Armorer one? This is really nice because, like, I'm going to go ahead and cast this again in a moment. I'm going to go in here into my inventory. I'm going to go find my 1 repair hammer. And if I click on this, you can see it's unbreakable. And now I can just fix all these things. And I only ever need 1 repair hammer from now on. It's really nice. You just have to remember to use that spell before you try to repair things. Otherwise, and if you're carrying 1 repair hammer, otherwise, oops, you just broke your repair hammer, right? All right, so what can we do? Also, I wanted to point out that even though I can repair these, if I were a master of armorer, I could repair these to 125. Boosting it artificially to 100 doesn't give you the master ability. So like if I go in here and I choose armor and I look at the bottom, it says, your repair hammer never breaks, blah, blah, right? Okay, so it's expert, right? You can repair items beyond their maximum durability. Improved weapons deal more damage. Improved armors protect more. So even though I boosted it artificially above 75, I don't get this effect, as we just saw, because my items are only at 100%. So that's how that all works. Let's see, what else did I want to look at? cast this again. So armor, alchemy, mercantile, and security. Okay, I don't have any locks around to test on, but and it's possible that none of these effects will work. Like maybe if I'm trying to break a lock, it is like, sorry, buddy, you know, you're gonna still drop X amount of tumblers, you know. But I haven't tested it, so I'm just gonna try it this way. It was really cheap to make. I can always delete it, as I showed in a prior video, and then make it again without security if I need to. It's all good. And again, if you need to delete, you need that mod that I showed before, and then I just shift in this and left click, and that would delete this. Like it'll come up and say, do you want to delete it? And no, I don't want to. But that's how you do it if I wanted to remake it. All right, so what else do I want to make? I want to make a spell that, I'm not going to do the blade one right now, but I do want to create a spell that buffs my bow. So for that, I want to fortify my agility to 100 by adding 54. I want to fortify my marksman skill to 100 by adding 48. Again, all this same stuff applies. Now, in this case, I want it to last more than 2 seconds because I want to be able to get at least 2 bow hits in. Because that's at my level, because I'm only playing Adept, right? I'm just getting back into the game. I don't want to be like super ultra master level, beat my head against the wall, dying over and over because I'm still learning. I'm still not learning, but remembering how to play and all these different things. So I'm at Adept. Usually one shot kills things with my current bow, but sometimes bigger things take 2 hits. So I want this to last more than 3 seconds or 4 seconds. So I figure 4 seconds per shot should be good. So 8 seconds total, and your mileage may vary. And of course, when I have my dagger, 8 seconds is more than enough to kill things with my daggers the way they're enchanted. So I figure, 8 seconds, just keep it even. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna choose my Restoration Fortification, cast that, go into the spell altar before that expires. And now what do I want? I want Fortify attribute. And I want this to be Agility. I want this to be on Self. I want it to be 54 for 8 seconds. All right. And then I want to fortify my skill of Marksman. They do need to fix that selection screen in the dark UI because it's like blinding when you hover over the item and you can't see it very well. Okay, Marksman needs to be plus 48. And of course, these numbers won't need to be this high as I keep leveling up, but it doesn't hurt, right? It doesn't hurt to add 48 to when my marksman skill is 10 higher than what it is now. It's just a waste of, magicka at that point. But that's fine. I can always remake the spell maybe 10 levels later or something. So Marksman Self 48, I'll call this buff or bow buff. All right. Looks good. It only cost me 84 gold to make. Sounds good. All right, now let's go select that and cast it. And then look at my attributes and everything. My agility is now 100. And it's good because it affects daggers, short swords, and bows. And then my marksman skill is 101. Again, that weird little bug. I don't know what it is. But yeah, 100 is good. That's all I need, 100. And of course, these effects won't work, right? They're not applicable. But anyway, let's go, let's actually just go ahead and make this blade one too, now that I'm here. Let me cast this restoration spell. I have it off to the side here. So fortify attribute, agility on self. Whoops. I need it to go up by 54. And it needs to be 8 seconds, which is more than enough for my blade. And then fortify skill. It needs to be blade on self of 72. Yikes. Yeah, I need to work on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this will be blade buff. And create. And now if I cast this, my skill level's too low. Yep, it's not going to work. Sadly, 8 seconds is too much. All right, so let's try it again. Let's try one at 6 seconds, which is, again, for me, more than enough because the blade goes so fast. I can usually kill things within 3 seconds. Okay, so agility, 54. It's because I'm having to raise the skill by so much using the magnitude. Okay, so let's go 6 seconds. Let's go 5 seconds. I'll bet that's enough. And then I'll go fortify skill, blade, on self by 72. Of course, I could lower the magnitude, but I sort of want it at 100. Just get that maximum effect. Okay, so self, agility, blade, 54, 72, 5 seconds this time. So blade buff. All right, now can I do it? Yay, I can do it. So I can cast it. And then if I look in here, I see my agility is 100 and my blade skill, 99. Stupid number rounding thing. It's like, I don't know what the deal is. The math is right on my spreadsheet, but it just decides it just doesn't want to behave. So it's +6 on that one to correct it. Okay, so now that that's all done, let's go test this stuff. Let's go down to like Greenmead Cave. I was doing some testing earlier in here, so there should be a couple dead trolls outside. Yep, there they are. Whoops. Right? Wait, no, they disappeared. Oh, there they are. Dead trolls. Troll. All right, ooh, it's really dark. It's okay, it won't be dark anymore. When we go inside here, it'll be even darker. No, it shouldn't be that dark. Let's bring this down a little bit. There we go. That looks better. I like it dramatic looking. So what I need to do is I need to add these to my little wheel here. So let's put the combat one for, it'd be nice if I could just like choose the weapon and have it buffed at the same time, but not yet. Let's do the blade buff here, the bow buff here, and then, did I not make my utility thing? I'll make that later. Huh, weird, I didn't save it, did I? Interesting. Or am I just looking at the wrong thing? Ah, there it is. Yeah, it always gets me. Let's put the utility one there. So, okay, so this is, blade buff is 5, bow buff is 6, 7 is utility. All right. So I'm just going to keep it on the, so now we have blade. Yeah, there's the blade one. So 6 is bow. So let's try the bow one first. So I'm sneaking around. Ooh, way too dark. Yes, I was in here a little earlier. I didn't go too far because I wanted to test other things. And I actually wanted to make this video, so I backtracked. It's like, okay, let's go make a video on this. Ooh, look at those. Will-o'-the-wisps. Those things are tricky. Now, with these, you have to use magic of some kind. Either an enchanted weapon or caster magic, you know. I found a bow to be very unreliable because hitting them in their little target spot, which seems to be low when it comes to arrows, even with an enchanted bow, it's like, maybe I need to use enchanted arrows? I don't know. Or like, you know, the arrows that have the effects on them. But the reason they're not seeing me right now is because I'm in sneak. And also because I have like 79% chameleon. So let me do a quick save here just in case I bork this. I can actually get almost right up under their noses. Like this, right? And they can't see me. You can see the eye and the little thing in the middle is not showing me. Or is not letting me know that they can see me yet. So what I want to do, let's try this with my dagger, which is 1, and then with my dagger buff, which is 5. Yeah. 1 hit, basically. That's crazy. Let's try this again. Buff. One hit. Yeah, that's a good buff. That's insane. So like if I do this and I look at my dagger damage, whoops, wrong button. If I look at my dagger damage, I am at 14 as far as the white damage goes. And then the effect on there is fire damage, weakness to fire, weakness to magic. And of course, I'm killing them in one hit. So it's not even getting to these. Like on the next hit around, like by the time I hit it a second time, it's dead, which is crazy. Now it is because I'm on adept, right? I'm on an easier difficulty. So let's go ahead and load that last save. And try this on expert. Just to see how well it fares. Sometimes it moves the enemies around. Okay, it didn't. Good. All right, so I'm still safe. I'm going to bump this up to expert. I've tested this on master, and it still does rather well, which shocked me. Let me make sure I'm on the right spell. Let's go to blade buff. Whoops, it's going away too soon. Whoops. All right, let's not make the mistakes. Okay, blade buff. Okay, it did try to heal, but then I got it. It did try to suck my health from me. Now, on Master, I would have no idea. I generally have never tried Master, and I generally don't play on Expert either. But let's go over here. Let's buff my blade. There we go. Captured a soul. Okay, now I've captured a soul into my... Oh, it's empty. What am I putting souls into? Do I have a bunch of empty gems here that it's filling? Oh, it's capturing... Oh, those are considered humanoids? Or NPCs? Interesting. Common soul. Okay, it's breaking those. So I basically need to put those... I need to put these gems back in my inventory so they don't get filled, because I don't want commons. That's weird. Is the game broken that it's putting those in there? Bizarre. Tell you what, I'm going to go... let's go load. The Great Forest. Actually, no, let's just go all the way back to here. I'm going to go throw some items in my stash. Specifically those black soul gems, because I don't want to waste them on common souls. And that cave, I don't think has any, like, great grand souls that would be like NPCs. Well, I thought for sure that the Azura's star would be filled first. But like if I look at it now, it says the soul gem is empty. It's really strange. You really want your Azura's star to be filled instead of like your best soul gems, which you want to end up using for crafting. Okay, so I'll put those in there. That's my baby. Okay, so no other soul gems. Excellent. Excellent. In my Mr. Burns voice. I don't even want to try this in Master. It's just not my way of playing. But I could see this making Expert more doable. For me. Now for you, you might be a pro at Master, right? You might be a master at Master, and this might be like chump change for you. Like, you're playing this on Adept, that's easy mode. Well, yeah, it is compared to Master. But that's what I like. And I won't apologize for it. Okay, so let's try this again. Go to buff. I'm going to grab my dagger. Pull this out. Now, the reason they can't see me is one, because I'm sneaking, and two, because I have 79% chameleon. So let's try this without the buff. Okay. Let's use the gem to recharge. Let's recharge this one. Okay. Azura's star. And then let's make sure my... okay, I'm on expert, that's why. Okay, let's bring this back down to adept. Apply. And then I will just run up. Do my buff. Attacked. Because I don't want them to drain my life. I don't like that. That sucks. Literally. Alright, so I think I'm done here, right? Just the two enemies? Yeah. Don't know why it seems like it gets lighter and darker. Oh yeah, I'll take that. See, where am I going now? This way, evidently, which I've been just a little bit before. I think I grabbed all these items over here, didn't I? Yes. And yes. And I think this is about where I stopped. This was yesterday when I was testing things. Nope, I went all the way down here. Did I forget any containers? Nope. And nope, and I killed a troll. That's an internet troll. You tell because he's a furry. All of a sudden, rage in my comments. How dare you? It's a joke. It's a joke. Lighten up. Oh, there's another one. Let's put this back on expert for the moment. I do not want to do this on master because they're annoying and tough and very difficult to kill. Make sure I'm on blade buff. Yep. Blade buff. Now, why can't I capture... Those are considered humanoids. That's weird. Or they're considered NPCs. Is that like a broken thing in the game right now? Is it not supposed to be that way? It's very strange. You can see my weapon is losing its charge. I need to find something that can charge it. See how my bow is doing. My bow's fully charged. My blade needs to be charged more. So what I'll do is I'll try to use my bow next. Capture a soul that's not a will-o'-the-wisps. Good lord, there's a lot of will-o'-the-wisps. No trolls? Really? No trolls? Oh, nice. Take that. A filled grant. Oh, there he is. Didn't even see him because he's so dark. Look, he looks like a monkey. All right, so I can go 6. Buff bow. And I believe I'm still an adept. There we go. So what do I have on my bow that kills him so easily on adept? Well, I have, of course, soul trap. I have drain health and weakness to magic. Now, this is not really doing anything yet. If I were to have to hit him a second time, it would make this 100% stronger. So it would be drain health 200 points, I think. I'm pretty sure. But just this one alone and the fact that it's a sneak hit is like, you know, you got 36 damage from the bow, you have 100 from this, and then another 9 from the arrow. So that's enough to kill him even on expert. So now I want to go 4. And now there's a soul in there, right? There's a common soul. And I want to pick the lowest of these two and hit R. And that'll bring my dagger back up to full. Let's go back to my dagger buff. There we go. I have no idea how I would even... My intelligence is damaged. Great. So now, is that a permanent thing? Oh, here we go. Let's do something here. Let's test this utility thing. Let's go 7, cast, and then come in here and see how it affects. I do have a spell. I just wanted to see what would happen if I... Okay, so yeah, it doesn't really help at all. That's fine. It was good to check. I will use my spell, though. and unlock it with a spell. Oh, did I not assign those spells? No, I didn't. Interesting. Oh, I did, but then I undid my... I reloaded after I did that, right? So this is blade buff, bow buff, utility. All right. So now I'm going to do a save. Let's see what's beyond here. Bow and bow buff. See what we can do. Oh, another one. Oh, here we go. Let's do bow buff. All right, another one. And then another one. All right. Let me magic come back a bit. I'll go to my blade buff and my blade. Cast it, and then start whacking. I hate those things. There's a part of my brain that just wonders how anyone can enjoy trying to kill those things on Master. I'm going to go back to Adept because that's really annoying. I don't like these debuffs that I keep getting, these stacking debuffs. I'll have to go pray at an altar to get rid of them. Of course, the one thing I forgot to do, let me double check something here. I was having some really weird issues with that bug, with the bounty and the infamy, where using the cowl would sort of give it to me permanently, and I couldn't get rid of it. So I'm going to don this, and you can see my bounty and my infamy, right? So everything's good. Let's go ahead and recharge this. There we go. Excellent. And, oh, now it's capturing souls. Weird. Okay, so I'll put that soul on the bow. And that's just 4, and then, well, I'll wait till the next time it happens. I'm just hitting 4, then R. I'm 4, then selecting one of the items, and then R. Okay, so bow. And this thing can usually kill these guys in one hit anyway. I don't even need the bow. Okay, so 4, and then I select the one that has the lower number, R. You don't have to do it every time. I just wanted to show you. It's really easy to do. And that's because I have it bound here. So for me, 4R, 4R, 4R recharges whatever weapon I have. Oh, it's a Spriggan. These things are annoying. I can usually kill them in one hit though, because of the drain health. It's magical. Drain health is nice because what it does, this effect is really cheap. Like if you compare the base cost of this, it's like a fraction of absorb health or damage health. And it does essentially the same thing in a way. So let's say that an enemy has 120 health, right? And I shoot it with the arrow, and that subtracts 12 health and 9 health, right? So now we're down to 99 health. So what does drain health do? It effectively acts as an execute. If the enemy is at or below 100 health, it'll zap every last bit of that health away. Because what it does is it lowers the effective health pool of the enemy. And if you can get the enemy down below 100, you basically kill their entire health pool in one shot. It's a really nice spell. It doesn't need to be long. Just 1 second is enough. And of course, since I'm in stealth, the white damage is tripled, right? I don't think the drain health is tripled, but the white damage is tripled. So if this guy were like 160 health, the first 60 would be taken away by the white damage, the bow and the arrow, and then that last 100 erased. If he were like 200 health, or say 180 health, then I could go into my bow buff, right? Hit that, and then I look at my bow. Whoops, wrong button. And now it's 21 and 17. Multiplied by 3 is how much it removes off the top. And then the drain health is like, whoop, down even more. So what is that? 38 times 3? That's a lot. I could basically one-shot an enemy that is 220-ish, roughly. 210, 220 health. Using a sneak shot with that buff and the drain health. Okay, let's refresh the bow. All right, I'm going to go over to the dagger. I'm still in sneak. And I'm going to go to my dagger buff. I'm going to cast it and 8x damage. Nice. Nice. I also need to say, I'm not an expert at this game. I've probably put about 400 hours into it, 400 hours. Way, way, way back when. So some of this is just refresher for me. I'm just trying to remember the game. And sort of go past whatever I did before. Which I didn't do all the things, right? Now I'm trying to do all the things. I'm going to learn all the neat little things you can do. All right. Let's go to my bow. Whoops. Wait. Oh, there's something on the ground. That's what that was. Okay. What is that? He landed? He's tricksy. Well, I wasted a lot of arrows there, didn't I? Again, I just hit 4R. And since it's the only item that I was using, it just refills it from Azura Star. Easy peasy. Looks like there's some crabs down there. Crater soul gem filled, nice. All right, so what I could do now is I can say, you know what? I just got a greater soul gem. I could use that to fill something, right? Well, I have a common and I have a greater. I could do that, but I'll probably just sell it. Because Azura Star does it all. And yes, I learned that I can use that to enchant pieces of gear too. I don't know why it originally said you can't use black soul gems or this other thing to enchant gear. Like, yeah, you can. You just, try to make sure there are grand souls in there. Of course, black soul gems would be grand souls. Or, well, they wouldn't necessarily be, but if you kill, like, NPCs, like named NPCs or bandits, then yes, it would be a grand soul in there. All right, so what am I trying to do here? Oh, I'm trying to get water breathing. Buoyancy, there we go. I don't use it enough to warrant having it on my thing. Let's do, what I need is a piece of jewelry that does this, right? That lets me have water breathing. Oh, that's right, I already did. And he's dead. There's a chest. I think that's it, right? Nothing else in here. It's very weird the way that it is to move underwater. It feels very, I guess, appropriately liquidy. It's like turning an airplane is what it feels like. Where moving left doesn't necessarily make you move left immediately. It tilts the plane and then you start turning left. Okay, so let's see if I can get up here. Oh. Dead. All right. So 4R. I mean, you don't have to recharge every time, but, you know, you have the soul and Azura Star, and I don't think they stack. So, like, once there's a soul in there, you can't keep adding more souls to pad it out, I don't think. At least I haven't noticed that. So you might as well use it. Hi, dude. Would you like to die in one hit? I knew you would. The next troll I see that's by himself, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and load that last load. And I'll bump this up to expert. Thank goodness for autosaves. Let's see if I can kill him in one hit on expert. I'll do a quick save right before then, right? Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Oh, right. No, I can still do that. I'll just go this way. I'll just come back to these later. I'm not going to, like, switch my spells all of a sudden for this. Now that I know where I'm going, I know I can swim there. Oh, get back here, dude. There we go. Now let's wait for the little... There's going to be a little dude coming up here. I should have done a quick save before I killed him. You know, I don't think they're coming. Yeah, okay, the music went away. They forgot about me. I was out of sight long enough. Just gonna go and grab all these things. Hi, Mr. Troll. All right, so I'm gonna do a quick save. I'm gonna bump this up to expert. I'm gonna go to my bow. I'm gonna go to my bow buff, which is 6. I'm going to buff myself. And there he is, dead. That was even a 1x. All right, so let's load in my previous save and try this on master. I made a list of all the health numbers for enemies just because I was curious. And here's my list. I sorted it by health. So like trolls, they're actually quite down here. So in this version of the game, even on master, they only have 216 health. I didn't do the others because I didn't need all that detail. All right, so 2, 6. Let's see if I can kill him in one hit. Where are you, dude? Yep, one hit. On master. That's crazy. All right, well, I'll just keep this. I am actually going to lower it from master, though. Or no, this was expert. Duh. Cheat. I cheated! No. I want this one. It should kill him if I get a 3x bonus. Because... Okay, so let's go in here. Master. Because he only has 216 health, right? So if I buff, even if I don't buff, I can probably just do this without buffing. Nope. But two shots. Let's try that again. Let's try it with the buff. Load game. I think I'm still on master. I don't think that gets saved with the save. I think it's just like a general game thing. All right, so bow buff spell, and then master difficulty. Yeah, okay. So where is he? There he is. One hit. Not bad at all. All right, well, I'm going to go back to Adept because that's what I enjoy playing right now. Just wanted to show you that it's kind of powerful. The combination of that particular enchant. I mean, yeah, I could use poisons, but I don't like having to confirm the poison every time I put it on. if there was a mod that I could just set a poison to be used on every arrow or every, weapon hit, and it would just automatically apply it and just say, yes, I would like to apply this without me having to like babysit it. I mean, I get doing this, right? That's nothing. I don't have to select anything. I don't, whatever. Okay, so dagger, 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 dagger. Now I can just load it back up. It's really easy. Just 2 keystrokes, 4R. You have to make sure there's no other empty soul gems in your inventory, as we saw. Otherwise. Okay, now this is really funny. Look at these things. They're huge. Oh my god, they're huge. Gonna kill with 1 hit. Yep. There are 2 of them? Just the 1. Okay. Look like 2 of them. Yeah, that's the boss chest, basically. And that's the boss of the dungeon. See, that's the water, right, down there? Let's look. Oops. Try that again. Bloop, bloop. There we go. Ooh. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's like another way back. All right, let's go do that. Ooh. Okay, so is it this tunnel? Yes, it's this tunnel. I'm watching my health up there, or my breath bar. Yep, there we go. All right, so go to 2, make sure I'm on 2. I don't feel like getting all those things. Although there is a, what is that? Whoops, that was dumb. Oh, it's a rat. Watch the breath bar, watch the breath bar. There we go. Yeah, the Azura star is already filled. So, go ahead and use that. I think that's it, right? Oh no, it's the imp I killed. Alright. So I have to kill one more thing to fill up the other thing. I think those are all just dead items. It's weird how the detect life makes even dead things still appear with life in them. Oh, I should also point out this this chart I made. I go over to this enemies. This is at 44. If I put my level in, you can see these enemies level with you. So those numbers are going to change. If I go 15, if I go 20, 25, 30, it scales them because these are the ones that scale with your level. But the troll doesn't, so he's way down below. Yeah, I did some little math on the side. I have it use the calculations from UASP.net, as they're currently known, for the expansion, or for the remaster, not the original game. The remaster, the health amounts generally are quite lower, which makes this an easier game to play, which some people find problematic, but I don't. You can always ramp up the difficulty if you want, or you can use a mod to restore the original values. Where are we going here? Ah, there's another wing we didn't see. Oh my gosh, it's a rat. It's 2 rats. Let's see. Let's pick the lower one. Let's see. I think I'm done, right? I think that's the whole instance. I'm so glad we have local maps in these things. I would get so lost without it. There we go. Before, after. All right, now in the first part of the cave. Almost done streaming for now. Okay, so I did that one, yeah. And we're going to climb back over, and I did this. I was down there, right? That's like the connector. So I basically want to go left here and jump. Whee! Ouch! Let's get those skill ups. Is this right? I think it's right. No, it's not right. It was Trixie. And that's it. I hope that was enjoyable, educational. Ooh, I will do one thing here real quick. Let's, ooh, I hear something. What is that? Just some weird creature. Go to 7, cast that, go in here. Whoops. Cast it again. Go to inventory. That's my utility one, right? So repair hammer. Unbreakable. Make sure that's that way. Click that a few times. And now we're good. And then I will use that spell again when it's time to sell things to the vendor. Maybe I can do that real quick before I'm done. Let's go to the market. Because we're not yet at an hour. And I generally like, oh, look at that. Because of course. Because of course I never remember to take that off. Now the trick here is I need to hit inventory as soon as I zone in. There we go. Now I can go over here and say, who, me? I'm just this dude. Pay no attention to little old me. All right, so again, the spell is right here, my utility spell. So I'll hit it. Whoops. Make sure I'm targeting him. I'll talk to him. I have the voice dialogue turned off because I got really tired of hearing NPCs talk to me while I was in that in the Chironasium or the praxographical building. Gold sapphire, that's nice. I think I will sell the... I'll hold on to those for a moment. All right, so let's... we basically have really good ability to sell things now. So let's try to push this a little bit. See if I can sell this for... Yep, there we go. I can go a little bit higher now because I'm now, you know, like at a 100 in mercantile. Let's see. Yep, that's good. Let's go up a little bit more. Oh, wow. I can't go any higher. That's it. I can go all the way to the end. Nice. Oh, there we go. That's one too high. Let's go 91. Hold on to that for enchanting. Yeah, the Azura Star is nice because you can basically just hold on to all these filled Grand Soul gems that are filled with Grand Souls like that, and never have to use them to like recharge weapons. You just use this one. You just fill it with whatever and use it. It's just nice. Okay, I'm gonna basically sell that. Don't need that. Don't need that. I can do all these things myself now. I'll sell a few of these. I'm not running an Atronach build or whatever the one is that where you have to constantly replenish your magicka on your own because you don't regen it. I'm not going to hold on to those. I'll throw all these arrows in my inventory at the place. But I hope that was helpful, and I'm done for now. See ya. Have fun.